Welcome back, ladyboys and gentle hands, to episode 3, and allow me to introduce this new farm to our world. It's a Hoglin Farm, and as the blue mushrooms for Hoglins to run away from, piglins also spawn here, so we've also got soulfires for the piglins to run away from. As both of these run away, they try to run over the trapdoors and then fall into the lava to burn to death. There is also the chance of zombified piglins spawning, which are immune to lava and don't run away from those two blocks. And like in theory, Hoglins can attack them and vice versa, but usually they just despawn. And while this might affect the rates, I don't really care because the farm's so quick to make and the rate decrease is so small. But yeah, if we head back to the overworld, it's time to reveal some planning for the little village area. So here's a screenshot I took to help me see the lay of the land and make subdivision a little bit more digestible. You can see how I just used paint to see what I wanted where. I knew right off the bat that I wanted a stable for at least one horse, one happy ghast, as I don't particularly like the sight of a happy ghast flying around. I don't think it fits the vibe of the village. I might have more than one of these stables, putting a second near or part of the train station. I also knew that as far as starting farms go, I really wanted a bamboo and a sugar farm. Very nice to have. I also want to have a smelting array just to speed up that aspect of the game because I don't like waiting around. And there's also honeycomb for my candle, copper, and pretty block needs. Okay, this is what we have. We've got a nice wool area, wool plan, where we've got the different buildings and different things that we want that we can run around and know what's going to go where. We've got wood stumps for where I want my custom trees to go, the bases of which won't actually be spruce but probably tough, which is a bit interesting, but we've got them there. And yeah, I would like to get enchants going, but I first want to have a paper factory over here. And to do that, I'm going to need to do some... So we've got the textbook. You have the stuff growing on this block. I feel like that to make it easier to see. So you have stuff growing on this block. This block's never pistoned away. They grow past this, observed by this. The textbook, seen it before, design. What a lot of people do, they do this, and then they have the redstone on top. Or they have, you know, it here and then redstone down here, similar thing. But if you do this like that, not only do you use less redstone, there's only 1 per 3, but you also, the middle will only do the middle, and it's not perfect. So like these ones will break 3, but a lot of, like, it's a good middle ground between breaking 15 at once and breaking every individual slice, because the ways to do every individual slice often use like rails, which are hard to get this early game, like because it uses the powered rails and stuff. So this is a cheaper than normal and more frame rate protecting than normal, because you don't have like the whole row breaking at once. It's a nice little middle ground. Surprised I don't see more people using this. I don't know if anybody's done this. If they have, let me know, but yeah. And here we are. You might notice some additional extra details, notably windows, these flippy flappy bits. Mostly just trying to get everything slightly more depth. The windows with copper grates, because why use windows when you can match with the floor? Then we come inside. You can see that I have not done an interior at all. It's quite dark down there, so I might need to add some sort of lighting, like frog lights or shroom lights. Nothing's finished. Back outside, underneath all of the depth and details that I've added, it's distracted you potentially away from the fact that this wall is not just pale wood. I've added in some sections of quartz blocks, smooth quartz blocks, to try to have like this shadow effect. Yeah, another thing, if anybody has an idea for something I could put onto the roof, then please let me know in the comments below. Because I was thinking, do I put a chimney? Maybe not. And same for like a window, because I feel like I quite like the texture of this. It makes it look like it's made out of paper, and it makes paper. So I thought that fitted. But then having like a window up top or a chimney would potentially be dangerous in a building that's made out of paper and wood. It's like maybe not those, but yeah. Any suggestions? Please feel free to put them in the comments below. And if you've liked the video so far, feel free to leave a like. It, I assume, will really help the video get pushed. And then a tree. And here we are. The way I tackle trees specifically, I'm not amazing with them, so I still have to follow a sort of step-by-step formula. So I start at the base to try to get a feeling of how grounded it's going to be, but without the leaves, just the branches. And then I move up, staying with just the branches to try to get a feel for like how the scale of the tree, how tall it's going to be, how it's going to come to a point, what's the curve of the side of the branches going to be, etc. The lower like 4 tiers I think are very important, and then from there you kind of just get a feeling for like making it thinner with just the wooden branches with trapdoors, whatever. Then you get to the top and then you go, well, how high do I want it to be? And then for the leaves you start at the top, because you need to figure out what leaves are going to be highlights, like the oak leaves, and what leaves are going to be shadows, like the birch. Not rain and explanation. Anyway, I hope that's not too loud. I'm going to continue. I can make it quieter in post. Anyway. So I start from the top, and then basically, at the simplest level, just do like if there's a highlight leaf above a leaf, the leaf below it is a shadow leaf. It makes sense. I then, depending on what direction I want the sunlight to be coming from, so from the position where I'm standing, you can see quite a lot of shadow blocks. You've got the highlight, then shadow, you've got a shadow there, you've got a shadow there, you've got a shadow there. But if you go to the other side, real quick, there's less shadow blocks, and that's intentional. Like, there's some below other leaves. Like, that's below that leaf, that's below this leaf, that's below this leaf. But yeah, so you can kind of, like, decide where the sun's coming from just by adding less highlight leaves to one side and more to the other side. And then it kind of looks cool. Another little trick I do with highlighting is, see here, again it's raining, this is annoying me, can't sleep through it. You've got a highlight leaf just below a branch of the leaf above, and I went in and fixed that to make it that way because it was clumped in a big group. Like this block being shadow leaf made all of it feel really connected and like a blob. So you can highlight leaves that otherwise wouldn't be highlighted just to like help clear it up a little bit. Just at a glance, you're like, oh yeah, that's obviously part of this branch. It's not part of whatever this is. I am going to end with just this one thing. I'm not going to build a whole forest. I'll probably try to build one tree an episode at minimum. I might do more, but I won't do less. But I think this is a good place to start. But yeah, that's it for today. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Again, if you like the episode, any of my explanations, please leave a like. And if you want to hear a response about anything, or you have any questions, or you have any comments or criticism, please leave a comment. And I hope to see you in the next one.